Hello everyone, Ace here, and today let's talk a little bit more about Uwe Boll's Citizen Vigilante, because this film has apparently done well enough that it's getting a video game adaptation of all things. This is of course highly ironic, considering that Uwe Boll is famous, or rather infamous, for making movie adaptations of existing video game franchises. Uwe Boll has created an entire trilogy of Blood Rain films, multiple Alone in the Dark films, a Postal film, and a Far Cry film, to name but a few. Now, for what it's worth, this also isn't the first time that an Uwe Boll film ended up getting its own video game adaptation. Tunnel Rats from 2009 is a video game adaptation of Uwe Boll's Tunnel Rats from 2008. So it's not entirely unheard of for an Uwe Boll film to get a video game adaptation, even if it is nevertheless ironic. Now, does the game look spectacular? Not exactly. It very much appears to be a budget video game adaptation of a budget film, but that's not the biggest problem that this game is facing. The biggest problem is that so far it's only been announced for the PS5. You know, right after the big controversy has been revealed that A, Sony is going to do away with physical copies of games, and B, they're going to start deactivating people's accounts and getting rid of their libraries if they end up going inactive for an extended period of time. So for numerous obvious reasons, I don't exactly recommend you buy any PlayStation games at this point, much less a budget title that is a tie-in to a budget film, even if I agree with the message of the film. I do still think it's funny that this game is getting made, and is inevitably going to piss off all of the right people, much the same way that the film is doing right now, and I'll admit, if they do port it onto Steam or something, I would actually be willing to, at the very bare minimum, have a look when it's on sale or something. I'm not exactly expecting it to be top of the tier, but hey, I'm sure that the politically correct crowd's reaction towards it will be cathartic if nothing else. The thing is, for what it's worth, you could actually make a legitimately good game based around the concept of Citizen Vigilante. The Hitman series is basically a blueprint on exactly how to accomplish a game with that sort of premise that would absolutely work. The trailer doesn't appear to depict that kind of game right now. It seems to be more of an action game for what it's worth, though that could very easily be more a fault of the trailer not depicting what the gameplay is actually going to be that much like. If it does end up being like Hitman, then who knows? But ultimately, that's a question that will only really be answered once the game is released.